Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to A Clash of Kings. Now, when we left off, we had met Daenerys Targaryen, of all people, and we have now made our way to complete her quest that she gave us. Or, at least, Sir Barristan gave us this quest for her. So, let us see here. We need to slay the Prince of Bloodstone, and as you can see, we are right next to his holding here, so we will be heading in. And, oh my, okay, it appears we do need to actually enter here first, and maybe insult this fellow, and we will see what is within it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let us see what Elias can do here. Aha, there is a fellow at the door. What is he going to say? Oh, hello. What do you want? Aha, okay, so yes, I'm looking for the man who styles himself the Prince of Bloodstone. He ain't here right now. Took the men to the south of the island. Was going to prey on some Mirish galleys he'd heard was in the area. What do you want with his magnificence anyway? None of your concern. Alright, no harm done. Yes, okay, so we are going to head to the south, I suppose? Let's just take a look here. Okay. Ah, I see. Perhaps someone at the court of Myr would be willing to pay you for ending the reign of said prince. Oh, okay, so we can now leave Bloodstone and we will head to Myr, which is all the way over here. Okay, I was expecting it to be a little bit closer, but nevertheless, let us make our way over there as quickly as we can, and maybe we will encounter him on the ocean waves. I doubt it somehow, but who knows? We may be able to, but oh my goodness, look at that! The Stormlands have now taken King's Landing from the Westerlands. That has changed hands quite a few times, I must admit, because I believe the last time we were here, it was under the control of the Reach, and then the Westerlands took it back, and now the Stormlands have taken it from the Westerlands themselves. So it is going to continue changing hands, I believe, until we, of course, deal the decisive blow, or at least that is what we can hope to do in the future. Now, let us head into Myr, and hopefully we'll be able to actually get some food, because as you can see here, we're having a couple of issues with that. We only have 3 days remaining, so hopefully we'll be able to find a few things here. Oh my. Old bread and some fine dried meat. Yes. Now, curiously enough, I was in Volantis, of course, as we left off in the previous episode, and I took a look at the marketplace there, and I was very surprised indeed, because all I could find was some old bread, so that was very, very surprising to me indeed, but nevertheless, we were able to head on with our current supplies, and we seem to be okay at the moment, but as you saw, we do only have 3 days remaining. So, who do we need to find here? We need to find this fellow. How about this? Oh. The Prince of Bloodstone is dead? No, he isn't. Okay. Well, maybe that is something we need to speak to? I'm not too sure. Okay, well, I'm a little bit confused now. Okay, so yes, here is a lady. I do not believe we will be speaking with her, but there is someone of Yunkai here. Maybe. Aha. Okay. No, it does not appear so. Aha, she is the daughter of this fellow as well. Okay, well, that is very strange. This fellow right here does necessarily have... I could lie? I think that it maybe is a lying option. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, because it said... What does it say here? Someone at the court of Myr would be willing to pay you for ending the reign of said prince. Have I already taken him down? I don't think so. Very strange. Okay, well, maybe I will just tell him that, and maybe it is not a lie. Maybe I have actually taken him out in a previous episode, and I've completely forgotten, perhaps? Oh. Okay. That is rather strange, to say the least. Okay, well, should have been content with preying on the Volantines, but no, nothing would do but a kingdom. Well, I'm glad the man's been taken care of. I imagine his death should be worth a reward, says Elias. Oh, yes. Reckon so, do you? I suppose the people of Myr could find some way to thank you for your services. Here, take this, 1,000 coins. There we are. My pleasure. Less pirates mean more trade. There we are. Very nice indeed. So, now, I suppose we can return to Illyrio, it appears, and claim our reward. So, yes, I suppose we will do that. I am very confused indeed. I thought we were going to be participating in some sort of battle, but it appears that we've either taken out that fellow already and I've completely forgotten. Maybe I have. It wasn't Bloodbeard, was it? I don't believe it was. That was for a different quest. Huh. Okay, well, nevertheless, I will be heading over to Illyrio's place. Maybe he'll be at Pentos, actually. So let's head to Pentos first, just to make sure that he is not there. And I will now speed up time a little bit, and we'll see how far we can get without being interrupted by something, as you can see here. Okay, so, your fame and popularity has attracted young noblemen to your cause. Oh my. Well, yes, we are going to be accepting those, that is for sure. Let's take a look at them, actually. There they are, and they do not become anything at the moment, but maybe they are rather spectacular. They're actually not too bad. For level 8 units, that's pretty good. So we do have a couple of people leveled up here, but I will not level them up just yet. I'd like to get a few more rounds of trainer XP before I do just that. So let us now speed up once more to Pentos, and hopefully we will be there very shortly. Now, I am going to head back to Yunkai very shortly indeed, because I would like to... Oh, my goodness. Okay, yeah, a lot of escaped slaves and some pirates and so forth. And it appears that the Naval patrol is running away from one of them in particular, but nevertheless, we will not get involved in that, I do not believe. I think they should be fine, that patrol. Yes, it seems they're quite fast, but nevertheless, as I was saying, we will be heading back to Yunkai and speaking to a particular individual that I have potentially forgotten the pronunciation of, but it is the woman that sells the spices. Now, many of you did tell me what her name was, and I will remember it once I see it, but I have forgotten how to pronounce it. So I will be heading over there as quickly as we can after we have completed this quest, of course, and we will hopefully be able to acquire some spice, and then we'll be able to sell it for a very tidy profit indeed, according to most of you in the comments there. So there we are. Now, we can tell Illyrio that we have returned from the east. Wonderful, Elias. Did you find Nereus? Is she well? Here, take these gifts as my way of thanking you. Perhaps you'll be wanting to make use of them once the queen claims her rightful throne, eh? Ooh, yes, there we are. Great. Very nice indeed. So, any other quests? No, it appears not. Okay, that is fine. So, what did he give us? He gave us... Aha! Actually, worse armor than I'm currently wearing, but I could give it to Carver, maybe? Because he is slightly our bodyguard. That might be something rather cool. But, I'm actually thinking, should I wear this helm? It doesn't really suit him, does it? Not without the armor, anyway. I think if I wore this armor, that would look amazing, wouldn't it? Look at that. Let's just put it on just to... Look at that. That is amazing. Yes, very cool. Well, unfortunately, it does not have the same protection values, as you can see here, as my current armor, so... that is very unfortunate indeed. I was really hoping that we would have some very nice, unique armor right there. And it is very unique indeed, but unfortunately it is not as good as what we currently have. So, instead I will be giving it to one of our companions. Maybe leave in the comments what companion you think I should give it to. I think probably Carver is going to be the best here, because as you see, he really does not have anything fancy. So, I will be giving it to him at the moment. And... he does actually look rather fitting here, doesn't he? Look at that. He has Bonebreaker, Kingsguard, heavy armor, and a helmet, of course. And he has some ragged leather boots, which is something we do need to see to, so hopefully we'll be able to get him some better ones soon enough. Now, Martin has leveled up, so let us get to him, and I was going to level his agility, wasn't I? So let us level his agility as well as his Iron Flesh, perhaps? Maybe get him a little bit more survivable in combat? Yes, I think that is probably a good idea. Maybe we'll get some trainer as well. No, okay, that's fine. Yes, okay. So, yes, let's get some more Iron Flesh, why not? And that will be that. Now we can continue onward to Yunkai. Now, I was actually thinking maybe I should head back to the Iron Islands, because that is where my court is, and I might actually want to get some more money out of the treasury. So I will be doing that before we meet back in Yunkai. Okay, so we are now on the ship back to Yunkai, and I have now taken some of your advice, because apparently I missed a couple of conversations last time, because these fellows that used to go humph to us are now giving us some more conversation choices. So I asked him, have you ever been to Valyria? And he replied, ha, no, my friend, no, and I ain't ever going there either. And I'm now going to ask him, why not? Those damned islands are filled with demons. Heard it from a lady who Slept with a merchant who had a brother that'd been there. Aha, big demons they are, and they'll eat your soul. Okay, thank you very much for that. And we are now going to be speaking to this fellow. What happens to the slaves in the hold if the ship sinks? They drown, I suppose. Don't really care about them. Why not? Some men were made to be slaves, some to be masters. I'm not a slave, means I must be a master, eh? May not be the captain of the ship, but at least I ain't no slave. Okay, well, how about this fellow as well? What do you want? Oh, obviously nothing, but yes, there we are, that will be that. We can now continue onward. We have read this before, so I will be pressing continue on that. And maybe we can speak to him. What do you want? No. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Have you been doing a lot of sleeping around? Oh my goodness. Oh my. Okay, so I think both of these options are going to be rather controversial, perhaps. Yes, they need to learn their place, or I reckon those are. Okay. Well, I will select the more equal option. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, there we are. Yes. Woohoo. Okay, cool. Phew. That was close. But there we are. We gained some honor. Wonderful. Yes. Oh my. Okay. I think we know where this is heading. What are you planning on buying in Yunkai? Oh, he's not going to buy anything, but I imagine the captain might be partial to buy one of those bed slaves. We were supposed to go to Astapor to sell the ivory, but obviously that would be a folly. What happened to Astapor? We've been hearing rumors for weeks. A dragon descended on the city, big and scaly. Damnedest thing I've ever heard described, but then again, the person describing it didn't speak anything but Dothraki, which I don't understand at all. Had to dismiss the story from his arm movements. Still, I'd like to see this dragon, even if it... Oh my, yes. Okay. What about this fellow? Oh, this is the captain, of course. We should be able to see the island soon. And I think we've spoken to everyone. Where is that other fellow? Are there only 4 people in here? Yes, it appears so. Okay. Well, we will be heading into Yunkai now, and hopefully being able to find the spice merchant. Now, one of you did mention directions on how to find her, and she is apparently standing at the steps to her house. So, that gives me some very good directions indeed. We are going to be heading over there. I believe that is her all the way over there in the grey. I think she is the one in grey. So we will be making a beeline for her right away. We do have 71,000, I believe. We have 71,000 dinars, so hopefully that will be enough to buy as much spice as she has. Oh, that's Hazza. That is not enough. Ah, there we are. Jasala, that is the lady that we want to speak to. What are you selling? Spices mostly. I've got saffron, peppers, cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, and ladies' lace. I would like to buy some saffron. Very well. If you're traveling to the west, you'll be able to make a great profit. Saffron comes from the lands east of Karth and is priced amongst the Westerosi nobility. Great. How much is it? Even here, saffron is expensive. I can sell you a pound for 8,000 coins. Goodbye. Can you give me any more? No! Okay, well, we can get one, at least. Now, okay, well, she's not selling anything, but thankfully enough, we were able to return and gain a bag of saffron, which is very nice indeed. So we can hopefully sell that. Apparently, we can go to Essos and sell that for a rather large amount. Now, one of you did state that you don't need to go to Essos, you can go absolutely anywhere and it will give you a large amount. So we will hopefully be able to get the top end of that because, of course, I was expecting to buy a couple of bags of this, but it appears that maybe I will have to make the trip each time because I've already spent 8,000 on the cabin to actually get on the ship. So hopefully it will give us above 16,000 because that's what I've spent. So hopefully that will be the case. But I think now we might actually want to head back to Meereen because maybe we will be able to speak to Barristan again and maybe he will give us an additional quest. I am not entirely sure about that, of course, because not many of you have actually told me anything about additional quests, so I can only assume that maybe I have done everything that this particular area has to offer, maybe, so That might be the case. Request access to the throne room, and we will head in once again. So, let us see here. Hello, once again. We will speak to Barristan. Nothing, I'm leaving. Okay, well, maybe Daenerys has something for us. Okay. May I know more about you? Do I want to know that? Perhaps? I am Daenerys Stormborn of House Targaryen, the unburnt mother of dragons, rightful queen of the Andals and the Rhoynar and the First Men, lord of the Seven Kingdoms, Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, and queen of Meereen. There we are. Okay, well that is wonderful. And it appears that there are no other quests to be gained here. So it was very nice to be able to do her quest, of course, and we will now, I think, return to Volantis, as I am at a loss at what to do next. So I think what I may actually do is, I suppose, speak to these fellows and see what they have to say. What's a Dornish man doing here? What's it to you, he says, and... oh. Okay, I thought he was going to come out with a life story. Oh no! I really don't know. Okay, yes? Oh no, okay. Oh no, okay, I have no idea. I am incredibly bad at languages. Oh, okay. Yes, what is it? Ah, finally someone that speaks relatively normal languages. Okay. When do we reach Volantis? We'll be there soon. The wind is strong and we're making good time. Where are you from? Bravos, born and raised. Tell you the truth, it makes me sick to deal with these fat slave-mongerers living in Slaver's Bay. But perhaps the Dragon Queen will put an end to their vile trade. Yes, I hope so. Well, there we are. We can now leave the harbor, and we are now back in Volantis. So, I think what we're probably going to want to do here is I will be heading back to the Iron Islands, and as one of you has actually stated, maybe it would be a rather good idea to attempt an alliance with the Bravosi, as they do seem to be relatively honorable people, and I think it might be quite nice. And maybe that would be a good idea, because at the moment, what I would like to do is wage war here, and hopefully be able to take over Norvos and Pentos as well, and maybe then Bravos would see fit to help us with taking over the entirety of Westeros, who knows? So yes, I will be doing that. I'll be heading back to the Iron Islands, and hopefully we'll be able to find some sort of resolution when it comes to an alliance. And so, what I will be doing is cutting away now, and I think before I do, I would like to request, or at least maybe suggest, that some of you in the comments could suggest to me what faction you think we should take on next, unless you have an idea of where another quest will be. I believe one of you did actually tell me that there is a quest somewhere in these lands, and I will be checking your private message after this, and maybe in the next episode we will be there very soon indeed, and we'll be able to do that, as well as the other suggestions that many of you had on which faction to attack. Okay, so here we are. We have reached our minister, and we will now be selecting a relatively good option, hopefully. Now, I don't think I will be able to conclude a non-aggression treaty with him just yet, so what I would like to do is potentially send a gift, or to express my goodwill as one monarch to another, but I think, as you may see in my character report here, my right to rule is 0, I think. I think it probably is. Yeah, we have an honor rating of 62, which is rather nice, but our right to rule is 0, so we are having a relatively bad time of it in that case, but I think we probably, as a result of that, want to send away Jonas, because he is our most recent companion, and I would like to ask him something. And I will be saying, I suppose you know that I aspire to be king of this land. Yes, so would you then support my cause? I would, aha. There we are. Great, okay, let us do just that. Jonas will be heading off and spreading the word about us, and hopefully right to rule will be rather swift to gain, and we'll have 3 at that point. But for now, I think I will be sending a gift to this particular fellow, hopefully 8,000 of horses, potentially. Maybe that would be a good idea, but yes, let's do that. Yeah, 6,000. Or we could hand over a fief, which is probably not something we want to do, but yes, we're going to send horses for 6,000 coins. Oh my. Who shall be your emissary? Who has a lot of persuasion? I don't actually know. I don't think any of them have persuasion. It would be rather hilarious if I sent Carver, but I don't really want to, so... Oh. Let's send Sir Clavis, then. I think he's probably going to have a good time of it, so let's do that. Yes. There we are. Okay, thank goodness. Well, let us hope that he is actually good anyway. So, yes, without further ado, we will be heading to this fellow and recruiting 10. Oh my goodness, yes. There we are, 10 Unsullied. We are currently building a pretty reasonable Unsullied army, if I do say so myself, as you can see here. We have 44, which is not too bad, I must say, considering I only just found the fellow a couple of episodes ago, so not too bad. So, okay, well, that seems fine. And I think as a result, I did actually plan on recording a lot longer in terms of this episode, but I thought that the quest that Daenerys gave us would be a little bit longer in length, so that would be able to, of course, fill the episode as it could. But at the moment, we are probably going to be ending this episode off here, and I suppose all I can say is I wish all of you that are watching Season 4 of Game of Thrones the most enjoyment that you can probably get from it, and as I will not be watching it because I do not have Sky Atlantic, I will be wishing all of the European people as well the greatest enjoyment, because I believe in America it is a lot easier to access it. So yes, have a good time watching it, and I hope you enjoy it. So I will be ending this off here. I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time, when hopefully you will have left many of your suggestions in the comments section for whichever faction you want us to attack next. I think Norvos, one of you did tell us, is rather weak, so maybe we will be heading over there.